This is Chan. I've been thinking about my YouTube channel, and I was going to extract the gold from the cell phone with 31% hydrochloric acid at 4 to 5 degrees and 3 to 4% hydrogen peroxide, but 5-6%. But in my field, on the back of my yard, there's a lot of animals and other things that go through, and a lot of things I don't want to do. Like, I don't want the vapors of hydrochloric acid, which creates chlorine, to attract cats and kill them. So I'm not going to do any of that kind of stuff. I was really thinking of doing that, but that should be done by professionals, because you're dealing with concentrated hydrochloric acid, concentrated hydrogen peroxide, which the reaction becomes vigorous, it becomes violent, and you need a lot of heat and energy to basically dissolve the gold. And it's a very complex procedure. Moisture and other environmental factors will limit your yield. And I'm only dealing with, for the CPU I had, 120 milligrams from the CPU of gold. That's not a lot to extract. So I'm just going to keep that, and maybe I'll find somebody that could extract the gold from the cell phone if they want. If you know what you're doing, the cell phones could be very useful in extracting gold, but you have to really consider the environmental waste that's dealing with it, because you're dealing with lead, actinium, I think just trace amounts of arsenic, nickel. All that's extremely bad for the environment, and you have to check and do your regulations against that. And I have that kind of stuff I've done it stuff in the past, and it's extremely dangerous. And for me, I can't really do that unless I have a fume hood. Everything is a lot of things have changed over the years, so I can't really do that anymore. And I think the permits required to run this stuff in Quebec could get you in a lot of trouble too. So I can't really do that. But I might create, with my Tesla coil, a radio FM, AM, FM radio jammer with the plasma, with the Tesla coil, to see how quickly it can operate. Run it for 5 minutes, have the radio on, be about 10, 12 feet away, and see how long it takes for me to actually run the thing and create a sound effect. Like if it's on FM or AM, you hear pock, 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 and if you change the channel, it will create a very different type of electromagnetic interference. Tesla coils create electromagnetic interference, so I wouldn't recommend, if you have a pacemaker and that kind of stuff, to mess around with Tesla coil. It would not be a good idea. If you really depend on it, it could be dangerous, even deadly. So if you have a pacemaker, don't hang around. Don't deal with anything with high voltage. Yeah. And I'm just saying that, let's see, I'm also was thinking about the aluminum pan with soil that had the grow lights in, and I had the Tesla coil and the plasma globe, and I had them 5-6 centimeters apart to create electromagnetic pulse to try to get the clover to grow. But the result was that the electromagnetic pulse stunned or killed the clover, and the clover didn't like that, and after it gets stunned, its oxygen level dropped, or its hormone level dropped. Something weird like that. I think the electromagnetic pulse, the aluminum pan, converts electromagnetic, the plasma globe and the Tesla coil into an intense electromagnetic field, which is converted through the aluminum into electron ions, which after even 10 minutes off and on during the day for about 10, 15 days, what I was doing, the clover just didn't like that. Normally clover take with the environment 10 to 14 days. So I've grown clover a lot, and there are a lot of unknown variables, but what was interesting about this was how that the Tesla coil itself created a very intense electromagnetic field, which stopped the production of the clover. The clover died because it couldn't handle the electromagnetic field. It's pretty cool when you think of it. Now, just because I don't want to do the gold experiments doesn't want I'll be doing interesting things. I know you really like the electronic kit stuff and the oscilloscope measurement of that stuff. And on March 18th, I have a new electronic kit, 16 one that's coming. And it has relay, 6 or 7 projects have relay. It's a lot of stuff, so I can just show interesting stuff. And it's on the eBay site. It got 100% listing, like really good quality and like that. But if something goes wrong, well, I can just replace the relay on Amazon or 3-volt relay in a board. I can just replace some transistors. I don't really. If something goes wrong, I can fix it. Those are very easy to fix. I find that the 201 electronic kits, something goes wrong, you're screwed. You can't fix it. Unless you have really good electronic skills. And then it might not even be worth it. Because they're so expensive. They're not tested. They're not quality control on eBay. So you have to be very careful of eBay. Finally, just saying a rant that I'm sort of tired of people always insulting me and being jerks. Have you ever heard of the Be Nice policy? You know what would happen to you if you're on Instructables and you actually said that kind of stuff? They'd kick you off immediately. You'd be suspended or expelled from the Instructable policy. Which I'm just saying it's not professional, it's rude, and people shouldn't make death threats. As other people, you don't like something, just let it pass. Don't be a jackass about it. 10 out. Be good.